Welcome back to Boring Reviews.
Boring land.
Oh, just kidding.
Blasphemer! Hello, right. Boring Review Nation!
Kind of pointless.
We know all things.
What up? Boring Reviews here. Jodi there.
Nick here.
And today we are watching another Trevor Noah. Dun, dun, dun. And which one are we checking out, Nick?
So the news is out. It's out of the bag. It's no secret anymore. Trevor is leaving the Daily Show. I don't know exactly when. I'm not sure if it's the end of the year. I have no idea. But this video right here is kind of in line with that. This is called Trevor's Plans for the Future. What's next for him after the Daily Show? I'm sure he's not going to go into great detail because it's his personal life. He can do whatever he wants. But I'm assuming there's two trains of thought here. One, he wants to go back home, spend time with family. Maybe someone's not feeling well. Who knows, this or that. Personal stuff, none of our business. Two, he's already got an offer for something else. That's it for him, what he wants to do next, maybe bigger and better.
There was an article that said he just wanted to go back to traveling and doing his stand-up comedy. He missed
Three,
travel.
There's that.
Just saying.
So he'll share maybe some of that, maybe none of that. Who knows? These are always short videos between the scenes from the Daily Show. If you like our reaction to this, we got a whole slew of these right now on the channel. We'll keep uploading, especially while Trevor Noah is still there. Let us know what you want us to react to next time as far as this series of reaction goes. Please don't forget, if you like anything here, to
like, subscribe, hit that notification bell.
And if you want to know my plans are after I leave Boring Reviews, comment below and you'll find out. Spoiler alert, I have none. Here we... Okay, my mouse is not liking me right now.
It like straight up froze.
Here we go.
Any questions before we move on? Anything on it? Yes? Yeah? Yeah? You did that like you don't believe in your hand. You did this and I said yes and you're like, what? What? It works. It works. I'm a real boy. It works.
So we're very, very sad that we leave the Daily Show. But the question I had was like, when Jon Stewart was handing it over to you, there was a whole process. There was so much going on with the whole transfer. Have you thought of what the process is going to be? Do you have any candidates? What are you thinking?
So first of all, thank you for being sad, but I would honestly implore you to be. It's like, it's like it's happy. It's like those funerals where people are dancing. Think of it like that. It's like, yeah, I'm in the coffin, but I'm still alive. So no, what I mean is like it's. I truly believe this. I don't think any goodbye at a good time is
Those are her real sneezes.
Goodbye. There's always going to be. That's why people cry at airports when they say goodbye to their families. It's like you're sad, but you're also happy. So thank you for that. And yes, you're right. Any time where there's a transition in a show, there's a huge process, and I am aware of that because I took over from Jon Stewart, which was a monumental task, and I understand how hard it was for myself and for the people who helped make this thing happen with me, because I don't do this thing alone. There's so many people who help put the show together, so many people who make sure you're seeing everything that you're seeing, so many people who help me, put my vision on the page, people who give me great ideas, people who inspire me to create cool things. So it is a huge process, and so that's why I tell you that I am going to leave so that it's not like an Irish goodbye, Because it would be weird if I was just like on a Thursday, just like, bye everybody, and then Monday comes, you're like, where's Trevor? And then you just see me on Instagram sipping something on the beach. I was like, what? Me? No, so yeah, so the goal is that, none of us are left in a place where we feel like it was instant or we feel like it was a surprise. You know what I mean? The initial word is always a surprise. The initial announcement, or I guess any moment like that is a surprise. But yeah, I think the joy in life is, finding ebbs and flows. It's the moment when kids leave home. It's the moment when they have to move back in because their thing didn't work. It's maybe I'll come back because my student debt will kick my ass. You never know. No, but for real, I think that's going to be the joy is finding out how we do it, how best we do it, and then and I just hope that you will keep coming back, because I remember the big thing that kept me going was how many people who came and supported me, who either didn't know me or knew me from other countries, who gave me love, who were the propulsion that helped me to create a show when it was really hard to do it. And so I hope you'll come back, and I hope you'll support the next person, and I hope you'll, so thank you for that. Thank you very much. Yes, sir.
What have you missed out on doing for the last 7 years that you're looking forward to doing?
What have I missed out on doing that I haven't done for the last 7 years? It's weird because I don't think of the last 7 years as one time period. There was the beginning of The Daily Show, which was taking over after Jon Stewart, which was insanely difficult. I'm always going to be grateful for that period because of the opportunity I was given, the amount of learning I got to experience, the skills I had to hone and craft. And so that period is very different to me to, for instance, like the Trump years that followed. Because when I was taking over, I was like, this is so crazy. Oh, who's John Boehner? Who's this person? What's happening? Who are these people? And then Trump came. I was like, oh, I know this. And then that period was different. And then COVID hits, and then we're all locked in our apartments or our houses, and then that felt like a different period. And then we had the coming out of COVID period. That felt like a different period. So for me, in a weird way, I feel like I've been on 4 different daily shows, and now we've gotten back to this point. But to answer the question, I think the thing I've missed most, and it happened most in the pandemic, and I know I'm not alone in this, is like I missed people. I missed 2 years of people's lives. I missed 2 years of eating food in South Africa. I missed 2 years of traveling with my family and friends. I missed 2 years. There's one thing in life you never get back, and that's time. You can never get it back. People say things like, oh, time is money. No, it's not. Time is time. That's all time is. You can't get more of it. You can't cheat it. No one has figured out how to do it. It's time. And so what I really lost during that 7 years was time. Now, not to The Daily Show, but to what happened in the world. And so because of that, I now find myself excited at getting back to doing a few of the things that I did around the world, which I really loved. I would spend like a week in Toronto, Canada. I would spend 2 weeks in Germany learning how to speak German and doing shows. Like I said, I went to India recently and I loved it, just learning how to speak Hindi. And I'm like, I'm gonna go back and try and learn more. And those are the things that are a little bit harder to do. And so I wanted to be in a place where, I think it's cool when the host of the show is like 100% here. And I think it's fair to you as an audience, fair to me to believe that. So those are the things I missed. And I think like everybody, post-pandemic, I started asking myself, all right, what am I trying to do more of? What is my alignment? What am I trying to experience? Doesn't mean I'm ungrateful for anything, but there is something that we have if we are lucky enough to have it, and it is the time to do. And if you do have that luxury, and if you do have the opportunity, then why not? And so so I'm looking forward to living a little more, expressing a little more, growing a little more, and trying new things. That's probably it. So, yeah.
Oh wait, no, you're clapping and I'm sitting here thinking, okay, but what are you gonna do? Like, he really didn't answer anything. He beat around the answer. He walked around it.
But I feel like he answered at the end, though, because I felt the same thing. I'm like, he's not answering the question. So, again, it goes back to he's got a bigger announcement, a bigger show he's going to go to, or something else he's going to do that he can't announce yet. But then he said, and that could still very well be, non-disclosure agreements, you're not going to announce anything, all that kind of stuff. That could be very well it. But I feel at the end it was kind of like, maybe he had to say no to too many people. No, I can't. I got this show. I got to write for this show. I got to plan all this kind of stuff. And he didn't want to say no anymore. It sounded like what you said, that he enjoyed doing his stand-up shows so much because he got to travel, bring his family, his friends. Let me go do my show for a few hours and I'll come back and we'll do this or whatever. Yeah. It sounds like he really, really missed out on that. And then maybe, who knows, maybe a year or two after that, he's like, okay, I'm ready to go do something else. I still find it quite fascinating that he, like he said, took over for Jon Stewart. I never watched the show too much because of the political thing. I mentioned that before, but Jon Stewart became famous off this show. This was a big show. And the fact that they replaced it with an international star, not just another American guy, right? But an international comedian to take over and talk about mostly American issues and issues around the world is quite fascinating. And 7 years goes by fast. Yeah, and it sucks that he's leaving. Wow. But I feel like you're right and you're kind of wrong. I feel like he did kind of answer it, but I think there's a lot there that we don't know, which is none of our business to know.
Yeah, totally. I was just saying. I feel like he scared of it. Just saying.
Yeah, no, and again, his prerogative to do that.
Well, he doesn't have to tell us anything, and he doesn't have to tell his people anything. Yeah.
No, but I do like the idea that he's asking people in between the whatever, and he's answering the question. He's being very respectful about it. It can be very easy for him to kind of like talk down to the audience.
Totally.
But he doesn't. And I like the message he had, like whoever replaces it, like support them, like
yes,
keep going,
100%.
this or that.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how the people around, like the people that work for him feel. Like if they feel like, okay, you're leaving us in a lurch. Like, are they like working there because he hired them and they're going to lose their job when the next person comes in? Or do they work for the show and the next person inherits them? That would be kind of like iffy.
That'd be hard. I would assume for the most part you work for the show. And if you don't like the new person, then maybe you leave and you find a new job. But for the most part, I would think I've never ever seen The Daily Show. Not once. So I really don't know anything about it. Like, literally nothing about it. I didn't even know it was a thing until we started reacting to it. But I'm going to assume that you're the ones who knows how to do everything. Because he said it was really, really difficult to take over.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that the next host, it's going to be difficult for them too. So at least if you have everybody else working for you who knows the drill, who knows what to do, that's one piece of the puzzle taken care of.
Yeah, you're probably right. I think it'll be easier for the next person because, again, Jon Stewart, I don't know how long he was doing. He was doing it for a lot longer than 7 years, I would be willing to bet. And he kind of like started all that kind of stuff. Like, so there's already been a transition. I'm not going to say it's going to be super easy, but it's not like Trevor Noah was doing it for 25 years, you know?
Yeah.
I'm trying to replace David Letterman or Johnny Carson or some nonsense. Anyways, let us know what you think about our reaction to this video, to his thoughts. What do you think's the future for him? And with all that being said, until next time.
Goodbye.